Termites. I am here with my Super Bowl recipe that I promised. I am wearing a hat because A, I don't feel like doing my hair right now, and then B, I wanted to show the St. Louis, to show that St. Louis people, 90% of us are on what team for the Super Bowl? Bengals. Why? Because the Rams are owned by Stan Kroenke, king of all evil. He is a Missouri person. His name is Enos Stanley, after who? Enos Slaughter, famous St. Louis Cardinal, Sam Musial. That's how much his parents love Missouri, and that jackass took the team away from Missouri to California. Now, if a California person had come looking for their team again and said, we need our Anaheim Rams back, I'd say, well, okay, because that's where they played. But for a Missouri person, no. No. I wish him nothing but bad things in that house of greed out there. And you know what's cool is you put something like that on Twitter, he is globally detested. Because I have found out he's done very bad things in Europe with all the rest of those teams. It's too hard for me to understand it. I don't know which teams he owns. Manchester United. He owns everything. The Colorado Avalanche and here and whatever. This lady's going all Bengals. And don't think I won't be on DraftKings going boom, 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 boom. Yes, I will. Now, moving on to the real reason we're here. What am I drinking? White wine I understand this is the wrong glass. No need to reprimand. Problem is, the white wine, because I hardly ever drink white wine, those glasses are way too high, and I don't feel like getting out of ladder. And what are we drinking? Kim Crawford, a little Sauvignon Blanc, right? Lewis and I had this last week. It's only $14.99. Just delicious. Kim Crawford, you can't go wrong, right? Now, some of this is already a mess because I fucked up the first time, truthfully. So I'm redoing this video. This is my mom's cookbook. It's her recipe book, quote, cookbook, from 1995. I would do a salad for you, but this is what she has a whole section on. Here's her sections: appetizers, salad, soups, entrees, veggies, desserts, snacks. Here's what she has under salads. Buy them at Emo's. That's not really a recipe, Mom. Emo's is a pizza place in St. Louis, and I do love it, and I love their salads, but I don't think that's a recipe. And then it says, or in kits in your produce section. Then she says, use Marie's blue cheese dressing or your father won't eat it. Good to know. Jell-O salads gets its own section. Jell-O salads. Ask Peggy Madigan to bring it. Okay, well, my Aunt Peggy sadly has passed away, so I don't know who I'm supposed to ask now. I guess I have another Aunt Peggy. Maybe I'll ask that one. I have a recipe for Rich and Charlie's salad, Italian restaurant in St. Louis. I'll write it down later if I have time. What? You've already written all this. You could have written it down. P.S. I only like salad when I'm out. Okay. Okay, Mom. That's why we won't be making a salad. But she does have an appetizer. This is the round rye dip. Well, it's called round rye. This is a round rye loaf. I'm not going to chop it up now because I'm actually going to eat this on the Super Bowl. And then she, parentheses, says, stolen from the Land of Oz cookbook. Wondering what the Land of Oz is? I'll tell you. It's where my youngest brother went to preschool. He's 45. Yeah, I guess they made a cookbook and it must have been dynamite. Okay, so I'm really bad at math. I'll write this down below the video somehow. And I'm going to double this recipe, which is going to be very hard for math people. You're on your own to have it because I can't do that kind of math. Here's what we got to do. You got to start out with 2/3 of a cup of sour cream. I have a 1/3 thing right here. So there's one. Let me get that out. Yeah, it's not very... Martha Stewart's so much neater. I'm always amazed at how neat cooking shows are. I mean, they have a lot of prep people, but, you know, still. I shouldn't have the spoon right on the counter, probably. There's 2, but I'm going to do 4 because I'm doubling it, right? That's right. This is just regular old sour cream. And if you want light or whatever, that's on you. It's the Super Bowl. I'm only going light on the mayo. That's 3. I can't lose count while I'm talking to you people. Okay. That's 4. So I doubled the sour cream. Okay? Everybody cool with that? Is everyone following along? People in the back of the classroom, which would have been me, not paying attention. Okay, now I need 2/3 cup mayo. But I'm going to split that. I'm going to do half mayo, half Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip, which is what? King of the Midwest. king of the tangy people. I don't always agree that Miracle Whip is better. Sometimes on sandwiches, mayonnaise is better. It's a big fight on Twitter. But for tang, you gotta have Miracle Whip. That's what's gonna make this dip really stand out at a party. That's 1 and 2. So there's half the mayo I want. Now I'm gonna take the Miracle Whip and put that aside, not very neatly, and there's mayonnaise all over the outside. The second, we're gonna use mayo now, Duke's, which I just found out about. How have I lived my whole life and never heard of this? It's so good. This is the light, because I don't really care in dip. But I do love the yellow, the non-light. Wow, it's really something. So I need 2 of these, no problem. By the way, there won't be any electronics used in this, so you don't have to worry about plugging shit in. Nothing. 1 and 2. There's a little part of this recipe she crossed out. I guess she thinks I can't see that. It says, you can be creative with the beau monde, but I don't like too much. The recipe calls for 2 tablespoons. And then she scratched the whole thing out. I can still see it, Mom. Okay, so we're done with that. Great. See how fast this is? You can have this done in no time. Now, there should be a spot for this if I was on a cooking show. If I was Valerie Bertinelli, somebody would take that. Now, it's easy. Tablespoon is the T, right? Yeah. Yeah, teaspoon's got the S in it. 2 tablespoons of parsley flakes. Here you go. So we're gonna use 4. Remember, we're doubling it. The math is on you if you want less. 1. You need to let this go in the refrigerator overnight. You don't have to, but it's better that way because the onion melts. Or not melts, you know, whatever flavors it. But if you need it right before the Super Bowl, no problem. Easy to do. Just don't get too hammered and leave your kitchen a mess. You'll be sad when you get home. 2 tablespoons of chopped onion. I pre-did that like Martha Stewart. Don't worry, my hands are clean. Promise. 1, 2. How many? So I need 4. 3. And 4 with some extra because I like onion. What? Maybe some more. Okay. 2 teaspoons. That's the one with the S. I think. It always tastes the same, even if I'm wrong. 2 teaspoons of dill weed. So we're gonna go 4 on this because it says 2. 1, 2. Come on now. 3. God, it's like it's packed in there. 4 and a little extra because I like dill. Now here's the tricky part. See, she crossed out 2 tablespoons, and I think that was right. I think you need a lot of beau monde. And what else have you ever heard beau monde used for? Absolutely fucking nothing. In a restaurant? Have you ever heard that? Would you like some beau monde with that? It tastes great in dip, though. Maybe that was their whole purpose. Is there people out there that cook that can tell me what else this is used for? No, I don't really care because I'm not going to cook anything else, but it might be interesting to other termites. All right. We're not going to... She took it from 2 tablespoons to 1 teaspoon. You can't do that, Mom. You have to wipe that shit out. I don't know. She might have had some drinks when she did this. I'm putting 2 in. Here's the thing about beau monde. If you're going to put it in the refrigerator overnight, you can always add more the next day. See how professional I just sounded? It's frightening. All right. Now, here's all you got to do is mix this up. And this is going to be the best rye dip ever created. And then in theory, I'm not going to do it. You cut a hole in this bread, pull it out, pull them apart. You don't have to cut them and be neat. It doesn't matter. The people are wolves, especially at Super Bowl parties. They're just going to be hammered going, ugh. You don't have to do that. Well, I should be using maybe my Le Creuset. What is it? I don't even know what you call that. This one's from Hudson Bay. I don't even cook. I just saw this in a store in Canada, and I was like, yeah, that's awesome. It's a decoration. Conversation piece, if you will. Okay. So this is what it's going to look like. Now, I'm throwing more onion in because I think it gives it a ton of flavor. This is a Midwest delight. No one will hate you for bringing this. Like my sister-in-law brought a salad with raisins and some sort of something else in there. Strawberries, maybe? And this is my dad's comment. Who made that shit? That's a salad, Dad, first of all. And your daughter-in-law did, and she was super psyched about it. But thanks for ruining it. Yeah, he can't control himself. Nobody's going to hate you for bringing this. There are things you can bring to a Super Bowl party that people will be like, oh, gross, who brought that shit? This won't be one of them. I promise you. This is what it's going to look like when you're done. Then just put Reynolds wrap over this. That's right. There you go. It's a wonderful Midwest delight. I think I already made my cheese balls, so you guys have already seen that. And other than that, here's what Vicky Madigan's throwing out. The cream cheese thing, that's it. She only gave me 3 appetizers in the whole thing. And then at the end, there's no index. My sister wrote her name in cursive about 100 times and then wrote, Katie Madigan is awesome. Wow. Oh, then this one says, Katie Madigan is very cool. Stealing Mom's cookbook and write your own little Wikipedia page about how awesome you are. That's it, Termites. If I find other stuff, I don't think there's any more appetizers in here, though. She kind of bailed, you know. All right, have a fun Super Bowl. I hope you win your squares. If you bet, I have 2 squares, because that's the most you could take in this pool without being a greedy little pig. So I have 2 squares, and all I have to say is, let's go, Joe Burrow. Let's go, Bengals. Let's go, Cincinnati. Come on, Ohio. Sorry, Rams people. I just can't. I can't do it. And it's all, I like Cooper Kupp. I like Higbee, but I think he's hurt. But Stanley Kroenke doesn't deserve this. The karma wheel needs to hit him in the ass in the owner's box. Like, I actually would like him to be embarrassed in his own stadium, if that's possible. Speaking to the karma people. All right, Termites. It's a little more than you probably needed to hear. But look at, you got a nice dip out of this, right? Get yourself a round rye. Very hard to find in the South. They don't seem to be into it. Just substitute it with whatever. But if you're anywhere north of St. Louis has a ton. Get a round rye, pull the bread out. But get 2 of these for this amount. I need another one, but I didn't think about it. So I'm just going to sit here and drink the rest of my wine and watch men's curling, which I don't understand. All right, Termites, happy Super Bowl.